from the Chorley FC Supporters Trust. Julian, how is it going to begin with?
Yeah, it's going good. Excited in the camp, definitely. I wasn't around in '86, but I've heard a lot about it. I've grown up with it, stuck into my brain. But yeah, really looking forward to what it's going to be. A great game.
It's used that FA Cup ties as a benchmark for the real fans, so-called inverted commas there, of if you went to Chorley, you're a real fan. There's a lot of that talk recently. How big is this game for Chorley?
Well, obviously financially in the current situation, massive. We've made a fair bit in the cup run. It's no secret we've been on TV a few times. But to get involved in a Wolves game, to relive those moments again, and if we can do it again, which a few of us are confident in the camp, just a little bit, then it would be an even bigger achievement to do it this time round, definitely.
It would be a huge achievement for Chorley, and Wolves are a very, very poor run of form, 6 defeats in the last 9. A Premier League side. Are you looking forward to watching your team on a Friday night, but also watch them against Premier League opposition?
I mean, obviously we're gutted that we can't be there, but with it being on TV, we're so excited just to have the TV cameras down at Victory Park again, and to see us against the Premier League side. We hoped for that in round 3, didn't happen, but we got through it, and now we've got a tie that we can really get our teeth into, and we've dreamed of.
Are there certain players in that Wolves camp? I don't want to use the word scared because I want to give you as much respect as possible, but are there ones that you are scared about from the game point of view, but excited about to watch?
Well, I've only been to Wolves once personally myself, and see beat Espanyol in the European Cup, in the UEFA Cup, whatever it's called these days, Europa League. Sorry.
Yeah.
And Raul Jimenez, a class player, but obviously he's out injured at the moment, which is such a shame. It would have been nice to see him down at Victory Park. That would have been something good. Obviously you've got Fabio Silva. There's a lot of talk on him, a young lad coming in. Managed to score, I think, at the weekend.
He did. Yeah.
So obviously a big threat, a lot of experience in that team. But I think if we hold our own, you never know.
6th tier of English football, Chorley are in, but it's the magic of the cup, isn't it? What do you reckon is going to happen?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, we've come up against some good teams in the past. We've had Doncaster, Fleetwood, and then now yourselves and Derby, Peterborough, Wigan. The magic of the FA Cup is we get to play all these teams in our league days. I don't think we might get to them heights in my lifetime. Not sure. Maybe in the next. But yeah, the magic of the FA Cup could produce anything, and I'm going to say we could nick it, maybe.
Quietly confident. No, this is great to
Yeah.
hear. Does it come with a little bit of a double-edged sword, really? Because it's fantastic you've got this far, but I bet you're absolutely gutted, as we all are, that we're not going to be able to see it live.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't deny the fact that we are absolutely gutted as a town, as a club in the heart of the community, that we cannot fill the ground in the current situation. But we hope that everyone will be behind us, both online and through the virtual tickets that we're selling, and just hope that it still gives the club a good profile.
In terms of your star men, who is it that Wolves should be looking out for on Friday night?
Well, it's a bit obvious. Our front man, Connor Hall, who I think scored in every round so far that he's played in. If he's on form and we get a chance, then he's most likely to take it, and they'll sit back and defend for 89 minutes. That'll do us. But obviously, Nubi as well in midfield, a class player, how to handle the ball. I'd say our starting 11, our strong starting 11 is a strong side. And, like I said, I think maybe, just maybe.
Julian, I can't wait to hopefully wipe that smile off your face, because it's go for. If you're a betting man, what you sticking your house on?
Well, I've only just got mine, so it wouldn't be wise to put it on anything at the moment. But like I said, I want to say confidently and quietly we snatch a 1-0, but then realistically, I think we might, be looking at a repeat of '86, but the other way around.
If you got through to the next round, what's the tie that entices you most?
I believe it's Arsenal in the fifth round.
Yeah.
If they beat.
Is there a side that you really do want to face as we go through and potentially looking at the final?
Any Premier League side on the way, it'd be nice, just any, as far as we can get. Any side that we face, we'll give it our all, like we've shown with Wigan, like we've shown with Peterborough. And whilst Derby was a young side, we still had to play a game, and we got out there and got the result. So any side that we play, we will show them that we can play football in the National League North.
Well, best of bad luck, of course, for Friday night. It is actually my birthday, so don't ruin it. We'll leave that there, and who knows? We could be speaking to you sometime in the future. So there you go. Quietly confident is Julian about Chorley's chances against Wolves. Obviously, we all talk about the game way back when in the 1980s, and I think the first thing really, though, we've got to talk about is social media storm around Chorley. Julian couldn't talk about it as part of the Supporters Trust. We respect that decision. So
definitely him. 100% him then.
Harry, the admin came out sort of, I'll get the exact tweet. One moment. Should have had it ready. If you and the rest of the Baggies fans can get behind us and help us with the virtual tickets, I'll get all the lads to boing boing after Adele, of course. Oh, Harry, was it a bit of banter, or is this cost Chorley Football Club a lot of money?
It's cost them a lot of money because the timing couldn't have been any worse, could it? After Albion have just beat us as well, to do a tweet like that. I think they've seen the money signs in their eyes, haven't they? After seeing who was the team Spurs beat the other week? I forget now. Marine. They've seen how well they've done. And they're obviously getting greedy and want two big well, I say big about Albion, but two bigger fan bases to help them out and give them some money. But they've shot themselves in the foot big time. A lot of Wolves fans would have brought virtual tickets. I would have, and now I'm not because of that. Same. So sorry if you're listening to this who we just have the away perspective, but yeah, whoever the admin was, he's cost Chorley a lot of money, which is a shame because there's a lot of history to this tie.
It's one of the worst social media blunders since Jody Lescott tweeted a picture of a car with his arse. They've lost 40 quid sat on a conversation on Zoom recording a podcast, which is really depressing because I would have loved to have helped a small club, but you can't be shithouses.
Bailey, you normally appreciate shithousery, though.
I do normally really appreciate shithousery, but I'm very angry after last weekend.
That's just, they were just trying to play all the sides, weren't they? And it's kind of backfired. Granted, they obviously want to get in as much money as possible. I reckon they will still a few. I think they've got up to 1,500, and obviously with it being on TV. They might. I don't think they're going to get anywhere near the levels of Marine where they sold 20,000. But I'm in the same boat. I was going to buy one, but now I'm going to give it to my Deliveroo driver instead.
Services rendered. Well, Chorley did tweet 6 hours ago saying, "Please help us get to 1,500 virtual tickets by the end of the day." It would have been way past that by now.
Oh yeah,
you have to think.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Right. Anyone listen to this, if you play or support or go to a local Midlands non-league club that are struggling due to COVID, drop us a tweet. I'll stick you 40 quid in instead of the money that would have gone to Chorley for being shithouses.
Fucking hell.
He's going to invoice it.
Jesus Christ. It's going to end badly.
Is it tax deductible, Ben?
Taking it off the
yes. Charitable giving. It is.
Is it off the podcast?
Podcast
petty cash fund? Is that where that's going from?
Well, no, very good of you to make this. Yeah. How did you pick a winner on that? And because otherwise you're going to get a lot of tweets.
Yeah, only one of you. Unless you buggers was going to chip in as well.
Hang on, you can't promise that and then ask.
You can't drag us into this.
If we get anyone from a non-league club in the Midlands tweeting us, I'll be very shocked from the 8 people that listen.
Excellent. Right. Well, let's talk about Chorley. There's a lot of talk about moving Cody up into a midfield role with Neves. Harry, would you support that idea?
Come from? I've not heard that.
No, what I'd do, I know it sounds absolutely horrendous if we're playing a team down in the bloody 90,000th tier of football
league.
There you go. I was going to say that, but I went 90,000. Yeah, I think we should just go back to the old shape. Play the strongest team available. Just get some confidence back into them. Imagine if we rested a few and ended up losing 1-0. The meltdown was bad enough after Albion, but this would literally be, I think, Nuno might walk territory.
It's happening, Harry. It's just definitely happening.
We can't go from bloody Europa League quarter-final to losing to Albion and Chorley in the same week.
That
It's
is
not
the most
1986.
Wolves thing ever.
Like, come on.
It's written in the stars. You can just see it happening. It's the most Wolves thing that could possibly happen.
That's the
I
thing. What
reckon
do you
he'll
think
play a
Nuno will
fairly
do?
strong
Yeah.
team.
He's got to, hasn't he?
I reckon it'll be strong, but I reckon players like Hoover will play. He's not going to be full strength. He might rest a couple, but I don't think it's going to be a complete changeover. But Catrone, Vitinha, Hoover, these sort of players, I think will
If
play.
he's going to live and die by 4 at the back now, he's going to play 4 at the back against Chorley, isn't he? Surely
He can't, man. He can't. Because let's think about it. Chorley, at their level, that all they do is boot it and be big and try and get on the end of things and that's exactly what we can't defend against at the moment. So we might as well just go 5 at the back and try and cope with them pumping balls at the box, because the pitch is going to be like a bloody mud bath, and let's be honest, they're going to do all their most to make sure it's not a flat surface.
We're talking about dealing with Chorley.
I know, but that's where we've got
when
to.
we're dealing with
No matter concerns.
Yeah, no matter how good of a
Chelsea on
team you're meant to
Wednesday.
be, Sam. No matter how much quality you've got, when you're low on confidence and down the dumps and on the form we're on, I don't care who you're playing. Like if you don't dig deep and you like forms down like ours and your confidence is low, anyone can beat you. It's just an FA Cup. These things happen.
I remember the game that saw Sob backing off. I mean, Luton were in the conference then.
Luton, yeah.
I mean, it's not quite 6 leagues, but it's it's 4 leagues.
What are Chorley? Conference North.
Yeah.
Jesus wept.
Yeah, so it could happen. It's their game of their life, isn't it?
First one, Kilman lets it drop over his left shoulder, tap in. Ruddy will flap it into the top corner. We'll go 1-1, and then 83rd minute, Cody will slash someone down, penalty 2-1 Chorley.
He'll slash someone down like on the halfway line. They'll give a penalty probably.
If it's 4 at the back, I don't think Cody will start after being pulled off against Albion. Honestly,
I was going to ask that. Do we think that Cody being subbed is going to be the end of an era and a change?
I thought
do you think he would be dropped?
away.
He's never been dropped, has he? Really?
Nah, it was strange. Like something's gone on. So I honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he's not in the starting lineup. Something's gone on there.
Well, let's go and do a score prediction, Harry.
Oh, wow. I think it's going to be like a bit of a frustrating, nervy game, but I think we will end up winning 2-0.
Bayliss.
2-1 Chorley. It's written all over it.
Oh, man.
And Jack?
We'll probably score and sit back. 1-0 victory.
2-1 Wolves from me. Let's